You are holding a piece of paper. It's thin, fragile, almost worthless, and yet, somehow, this tiny rectangle can buy you food, shelter, even a plane ticket across the world. It can change governments, start wars, end them. It can make people feel safe or terrified. But here is the strange part. This thing that we call money isn't actually real, not in the way that we think. It's a story, a belief system, one glitch in that belief and everything collapses. So, how did we get here? How did human beings decide that bits of paper and now digital numbers on a screen are worth entire lifetimes of work? And if money is just a story, who gets to write it? Money touches every inch of our lives. It shapes our choices, our dreams, our fears. It decides who gets opportunities and who doesn't. But underneath all that complexity is something very simple. Humans need to trade food, tools, labor, and ideas. And every time we try to trade, we run into the same ancient problem: trust. So let's go back. Before gold, before banks, before dollars. Imagine standing in a small village thousands of years ago. You grow wheat, I make shoes. You want shoes, I want wheat. Perfect. But what if I don't need wheat today? Or what if your wheat spoils tomorrow? Barter was messy, slow, full of friction. So humans tried something different. They started trading things everyone agreed were valuable. Cows, salt, grain. Not because these things were magic, but because everyone believed that the next person would accept them too. And that, right there, is the birth of money. Not a thing, but a belief. But cows were heavy, salt could get wet, so eventually societies gravitated towards something rare, shiny, and hard to fake: gold. Picture ancient traders carrying small pieces of gold stamped with a symbol. It didn't rot, it didn't rust, it looked important. And more importantly, kings loved it, because with gold came power, armies, empires, and control. But there was problem too. Gold is heavy. Try paying taxes with 50 pounds of it. Or imagine a merchant traveling across continents with a bag full of coins just begging to be stolen. So came the next plot twist. Paper. At first, paper wasn't money. It was a receipt. A slip that said, I deposit my gold with this trusted person. You can redeem it anytime. And people realized something. They didn't actually want the gold. They just wanted the promise of gold. That promise became tradable. And suddenly, we weren't trading metal anymore. We were trading trust. For centuries, that trust grew and broke and grew again. Paper money was an experiment. Sometimes it worked brilliantly, and sometimes it caused total chaos. Whenever too much paper was printed, trust collapsed. People panicked, prices exploded, and the promise that you can redeem this for something real started to crumble. But the biggest turning point came in the 20th century, the United States, a rising superpower, a country with huge gold reserves and even larger ambitions. After World War II, the US struck a global deal. Other countries would fix their currencies to the US dollar, and the US dollar would be backed by gold. You couldn't redeem it, but governments could, and for a while it worked. The dollar became the world's trusted anchor. But then came the tension. The US was spending more than it earned. Wars, projects, global influence. Other countries began asking for their gold back. And in 1971, President Richard Nixon made a decision that changed the world forever. He cut the link. No more gold, no physical banking at all. The dollar became pure belief, pure trust, a story enforced by the strength of the US economy, its military, and its influence. And because the world already depended on it, the story stuck. Today, over 80% of global trade touches the US dollar in some way. Everything from oil to electronics flows through this invisible American system. But here is a twist. As the world became digital, so did money. Most dollars today don't exist physically. They are just numbers in databases, moved by banks, apps, and algorithms. A few keystrokes can create billions or erase them. And now, new forms of digital money, crypto, mobile wallet, central bank digital currencies are challenging that old story. They promise freedom or danger depending on who you ask. So now the question is, who really controls money now? Governments influence it, banks create it through loans, tech companies move it, investors speculate on it, and ordinary people often feel like they are just trying to keep up. Some says that the current system is brilliant. It makes trade faster, smoother, more flexible. They say money doesn't need gold, it just needs trust. Others says that the system is fragile, too much debt, too much printing, too much power in too few hands. They worry that the story could break again, just like it has many times before. And that brings us to the future. What happens next? Will we move to digital currencies run by governments or decentralized money run by code? Will the dollar stay king forever, or will a new player, China, crypto, something else, rewrite the rules? No one really knows because money isn't physics, it's psychology, collective belief, and beliefs can change faster than anyone expects. So let's zoom all the way out. Every version of money, from cows to gold to paper to digital numbers, has always been the same thing. A story we tell each other, a story we agree we believe, a story about value, trust, and the future. And maybe the real question isn't what is money, maybe it is how long will we keep believing in the story we have living in now.